What is up, YouTube? We're Underleveled. My name is Taka, and are you tired of flipping heads and going first in Pokemon TCG Pocket? Do you feel that going second is just better? I mean, when you go first, you don't even get to attach an energy. Well, what if I told you that going first might actually be the best move? And not only can you possibly attach energy on your first turn, but you can also knock out your opponent's potentially only Pokemon, winning the match before he even gets a turn. I'll show you a game that I won by knocking out my opponent's only Pokemon on my very first turn. It was perfect. Sorry, feeling lucky? Because it is possible, and I'll show you how right now. Oh, but first, if you're enjoying Pokemon TCG Pocket and the content we're making for it, then we hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, so we all know that going first is kind of sad. The worst part is that you can't even attach energy on your first turn, unlike the other Pokemon TCG platforms. It just makes you fall behind setting up energy-wise. Okay, well, on the plus side, you can evolve faster and you still can use trainer and item cards. It just feels like going second puts you at a slightly higher advantage. While using an already popular deck, I actually found myself hoping I go first. And while the game doesn't allow you to attach energy on your first turn, you actually can. I was still able to attack on my very first turn and then evolve faster on my next turn. I'm talking about the popular meta deck that I like to call Starduno. It's using Starmie EX, which can hit for 90 damage for only 2 energy with 0 retreat cost, as well as Articuno EX, who can hit for 80 damage as well as your opponent's benched Pokemon. This deadly duel has been shaking the meta since launch, and it's still an absolutely amazing deck to run. I have run into this deck countless times, I'm sure you have too, but only once have I ever seen this deck played this way. I'm talking about hyper aggressive, catching your opponent completely off guard by attacking first turn, and completely disrupting their flow for the rest of the match. This deck is pretty straightforward and what you might see other people run, with slight variations to Pokemon, trainers, and item cards. But this is the deck that I've been running with excellent success. Alright, so you have your deck. The next thing is optional, but it helps me a lot. This right here is my lucky charm. It doesn't have to be this exact same Meowth, just something that gives you luck, because you are gonna be heavily relying on coin flips. Do you think I'm joking? Trust me, you'll thank me later. Since there's no mulligans, the game guarantees you a basic Pokemon in your opening hand. So I know for sure my opening hand will at least have a Starmie, a Lapras, or an Articuno. I really want Articuno, but actually the other two will work perfectly fine as well. But what I really want to see is Misty in my opening hand. Oh yeah, now you know why I have a lucky charm. Misty is our ticket to attacking on our very first turn. Because while we can't attach energy on our very first turn from our energy zone, we can force energy onto our Pokemon using Misty. Now, I know we all have our bad experiences with Misty. But if you have Starmie or Lapras, you only have to flip 1 heads to be able to start attacking. But if you have Articuno and you're feeling a little cheeky, then you only need 2 heads to hit for 40 damage on your very first turn. Now, if the stars align and you can flip 3 heads in a row with Misty, with Articuno, then you will hit for over 80 damage on your very first turn, possibly knocking out your opponent's Pokemon before they even get a chance to do anything. And 80 damage can knock out most non-EX basic Pokemon. Yes, it absolutely can happen. Check this out. But I did flip heads, which means I'm going first. Now, I saw Articuno and Misty in my hand. So you know what? I just went for it. And I kid you not, because I knew if I could flip at least 3 heads, I would knock out his only Pokemon and I would win turn 1. So I was just rubbing my lucky charm. I like to rub the little coin on Meowth's head. But I swear, I thought I was going to rub the paint off of this thing. But I did it. I got 3 heads, I hit for 80 damage, and I won. Turn 1. It was over before he even had a turn. But I mean, honestly, even just flipping 1 heads and hitting for 20 on your very first turn, I think is enough to throw your opponent off their game and just steamroll for the rest of the match. Now, even if you go second or don't have Misty in your opening hand, this is still a very powerful meta deck that's capable of taking on a variety of different opponents. I mean, you'll still certainly have fun with it. Okay, so with that all out of the way, let's just expand more on going first. Yes, I do agree that For the most part, going second just feels better. But I feel like this is a possibility for them to add no energy cost Pokemon to this game. Some of the really great ones that are currently out there are things like Alolan Vulpix V, Alolan Diglett, and Hisuian Basculin and Electrode. While I'm not sure if they ever will add no-cost energy Pokemon in, I know that as more cards and sets release, players will just find ways to make going first an advantage rather than a detriment. But try to test your luck and give this strategy a try. Whether you flip heads or tails, I just hope you're having fun doing it. What the f? And if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe, and turning on the bell for notifications for more Pokemon TCG Pocket content. But like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.